I won't stop till I hear him say,
And it says, in summary, 2022 will be seen as a historic turning point, the start of a new era in world history. The old world is crumbling and the new one is emerging. All right, what is going on, CYPRX advanced YouTubers? Welcome back to the CYPRX YouTube page. This is going to be part 2 of the previous video breakdown, where I have another onset of PDFs, fundamentals, and documents to go down the rabbit hole, show you all how much money is about to flood into this digital asset class. We're going to start back on the northerntrust.com website. I'd like to give a shout out to the CYPRX Crypto Research PDF team. I mean, you all are straight on top of your game finding these documents. You all are going to want to stick around, because these documents are going to solidify some of the things that we've been talking about for the longest time on this CYPRX YouTube page. So real fast to hit it off the top to continue with this previous fundamental that we pulled from the previous video, it says, the technology can also be used to improve the voluntary carbon market, specifically talking about the carbon markets, this net zero agenda. We're not going to dive into that, mainly because a lot of speculation around whether it's a conspiracy theory or whatnot. We're not going to get into that whole thing. However, we are going to we're going to realize that this is happening, whether we want to accept it or whether we want to agree with it or not. It is, and this digital transformation surrounding the carbon net zero agenda is happening. So it says, which are seeing tremendous growth as governments implement emission regulations and companies promise to go carbon neutral by buying credits to offset their emissions. Companies that are promoting blockchain solutions for carbon credits believe that distributed ledger technology will add transparency and increase accessibility to carbon credit markets. Distributed ledger technology offers the possibility of tying each carbon credit to metadata, showing its unique origin and caliber, allowing for liquid, incredible marketplaces. Demand for carbon tokens, specifically talking about carbon tokens, to use in offsetting is on the rise as businesses face increased pressure to cut carbon emissions. For example, the European Union has promised to be carbon neutral by 2050. They're not the only ones. There is a massive agenda surrounding this carbon neutral society, right, that we are in the process of emerging into. So real fast, before we go down the slew of fundamentals that I have for you all, I want to just take a second and pause. We're going to come over to some interesting PDFs. Now, I want you all to pause the screen. I'm not going to sift and read through this little tiny article paragraph right here, mainly because of some of the things that it mentions. I don't want to get this video taken down or demonetized on YouTube, but we're just going to pay attention to this headline right here to solidify some of the key vocabulary words that we have been saying to you all for the longest time on this YouTube channel. It says right here, and this is a BlackRock Global Outlook PDF 2023 that says right here, a new world order. We've entered into a new world order. Now, again, like I said, pause this if you want to read this little tiny excerpt from this BlackRock PDF. We scroll up to the top, you guys can see that this is a BlackRock 2023 Global Outlook PDF that does in fact mention the new world order, letting you all know that here at CYPRX, we're not crazy. Again, we're just displaying information that is already readily available to the general public, but is not talked about in the mainstream media. With that being said, we're going to go over to another PDF just to solidify this. This PDF is from Credit Suisse, and it says FX Survey 2023, the assessment of exchange rate developments. And again, this is from Credit Suisse. We're going to go down to page 8, where it mentions, again, the new world order is changing the global monetary regime. And it says, in summary, 2022 will be seen as a historic turning point, the start of a new era in world history. The old world is crumbling and the new one is emerging. To solidify what we've been saying, I mean, I cannot stress enough, the CYPRX Research PDF team is just on point. So shout out to you all for finding these documents. I love the intuition behind the research that you all do. Jumping back over here, okay, going down the rabbit hole of the carbon net zero agenda and markets, and here how it mentions carbon tokens. We're going to be specifically talking about Ripple. In today's video breakdown, there's many other blockchain initiatives, protocols, and tokens that are focused on this net zero agenda. However, I want to take your attention over here, okay? This gentleman right here, his name is William J. Ripple. I don't know if this has any correlation. It's just interesting. However, it says William J. Ripple was the leader and author on the Global Scientist Warning to Humanity, a second notice published on November 13th, 2017. This article includes 15,364 scientists' co-signatures from 184 countries. And this article suggests to prevent widespread misery and catastrophic biodiversity loss, humanity must practice a more environmentally sustainable alternative to business as usual. In 2023, Ripple, now when I say Ripple, I'm talking about this individual, William J. Ripple, led the world scientists warning of a climate emergency. Now, if we come over here, you guys can, I'll actually link this PDF in the description down below. This was his warning. World Scientists Warning to Humanity. Again, this was written by William J. Ripple. Now, Ripple, the company, again, utilizing the XRP ledger, the XRP token, Ripple utilizes the XRP ledger, the world's first since 2020 major global carbon neutral blockchain, as a foundation for its product and services, building sustainable enterprise grade solutions that are faster, more transparent, and more cost effective than traditional financial services. Now, why am I specifically reading this to you all? Because it says right here, we are contributing to deliver a more sustainable global economy and planet, increasing access to inclusive and scalable financial systems while leveraging carbon neutral blockchain technology and a natively green digital asset, XRP. And from that previous Northern Trust fundamental, you all saw them talk about carbon tokens. The demand for carbon tokens is increasing, and XRP is one of those green tokens. Now we're going to pause right here on the fundamental side of things, and I want to take your attention to another PDF. Now, this PDF is from the World Trade Organization, World Trade Report 2022, and it has and talks about some very interesting numbers, so pay attention. Here it says, the World Trade Organization is working with other multilateral agencies, the International Monetary Fund and the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development and the World Bank on bringing in trade perspectives to discussions and research on carbon mitigation approaches. It goes on to say, for example, global investment in low carbon energy transition across sectors ranging from power generation, energy storage, and electrical vehicles to sustainable materials, electrical efficiency, and carbon capture already totaled $1.3 trillion in 2021. And it goes on to say, in order to reduce GHG emissions to net zero by 2050, cumulative investments in renewable energy would need to reach $131 trillion over the next 30 years. Go ahead and smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, giving you all these numbers, in-depth, long-term perspectives on how massive this market is going to be in the future when it comes to this low carbon and net zero agenda. It goes on to continue by saying well-functioning financial markets are essential to support the transition to a low-carbon economy. It says the transformation across all energy and land use systems that a low-carbon transition could entail would require a significant expansion and investment. It says right here, the estimation of total investments, $275 trillion would be required in capital spending on physical assets over the period from now, 2021, all the way to 2050. In order to limit global warming to less than 1.5% Celsius, this would represent an average of US $9.2 trillion a year. Then it goes on to mention blockchain technology, and it says, while a transition to a low-carbon economy would entail short-term investment and adjustment costs, it could also provide important economic benefits and opportunities to support a more sustainable and fair development. It is estimated that bold actions in climate mitigation could yield an accumulated economic gain of $26 trillion between 2018 and 2030. So there's another $1 trillion estimate right there, 26 trillion. And then here it says the calculation and reporting of the logistics GHG footprint across supply chains and soon the ISO standard, allowing for consistent calculation and reporting of global logistics emissions. If coupled with blockchain technology, the sector could deliver a transparency revolution. Boom, right there it mentions the utilization of blockchain technology to efficiently migrate to this net zero emissions economy. So with this PDF out of the way, let's head back over here to these fundamental reports. We're going to go over to the Ripple.com website. It says the XRP ledger uses a federated consensus protocol to more efficiently manage transactions, helping minimize the energy consumption required to transact on the XRP ledger. In the previous documents, we mentioned trillions of dollars potentially coming and flooding into this market space surrounding the net zero low carbon agenda. The XRPL was also the first major global blockchain to be carbon neutral, a milestone achieved in October of 2020. individuals out there in this market space have been naysayers of XRP for quite some time. There's people that bash this project. There's people that don't believe in the future valuation of XRP. I am not one of those individuals. I am long-term bullish on the price action of XRP, mainly because of specific reasons like this. And it goes on to say, and because its native digital asset XRP does not require mining, this further reduces the overall carbon footprint of technologies built on the ledger. As the first major blockchain company to pledge to be carbon net zero by 2030, Ripple continues to create and champion a network of engaged partners with like-minded communities to sustainability. We believe that the crypto industry as a whole can lead the charge towards a greener, cleaner future for blockchain. We come over here. This is an interesting highlight. Again, a fundamental from ripple.com. It says, we believe that key industry stakeholders must come together through efforts like the Crypto Climate Accord, the CCA, the World Economic Forum's Crypto Impact Sustainability Accelerator, the CISA, both of which Ripple is a founding member. We come over here to the climatepledge.com website, and you can scroll down here and you can clearly see that Ripple is a signature, a member participant of this climate pledge. Heading over here to this interesting fundamental that came out last year in October, the climate startup partners with Ripple to launch marketplace for carbon credits. Web3 climate startup Tylo inked partnership deals with Ripple and XRP, various other companies, to build a first-of-its-kind marketplace that brings buyers and sellers of high-quality carbon credits. Again, mentioning this transition to a net zero low-carbon economy, Ripple is leading the way across the industry. Here's another fundamental that says Ripple joins Crypto Climate Accord, decarbonize blockchains. And last but not least, this fundamental again from ripple.com says, the industry has a choice to make. Will we continue down an unsustainable path, or can we work together and reduce our collective environmental impact? Last year, we partnered with the Energy Web, EW, and Rocky Mountain Institute, RMI, to decarbonize blockchains, starting with the XRP ledger, the first major global blockchain to do so. As a company, Ripple also pledged to achieve carbon net zero by 2030 or sooner. Today, we are excited to announce the step in Ripple's sustainability journey. And here they announced the Crypto Climate Accord, CCA, a new initiative organized by EW, RMI, and the Alliance for Innovation Regulation, AIR, to make the cryptocurrency industry 100% renewable. Last but not least, I'll end you all here with this. It says Ripple is joining over 20 supporters across different industries in blockchain, including the United Nations, CoinShares, Compass Mining, the XRP Ledger Foundation, and Consensus, to ensure that the crypto industry comes together to develop solutions that enhance sustainability, scalability, and create value for all. You all need to take it upon yourself to not pay attention to the FUD, the manipulators out there that attempt to tell you that XRP is not going to hold a massive position in the future of our financial ecosystem. Do your research. I'm not telling you all to go out there and buy XRP. There's many other initiatives, blockchain protocols, and crypto assets that come in the form of revolutionizing this low carbon net zero agenda. However, XRP and Ripple, the company, are a leader in this niche of blockchain technology. With that being said, as always, make sure that you all are doing your own research, be cognizant out there, be aware, and as always, I will see you all in the next YouTube video breakdown.
I won't stop till I hear him say